Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Okay, good morning. So how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Right. Nice to know that you're fine. Okay. Did you eat your breakfast? Did you have your breakfast already?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I see. That's great. And did you do something special today or yesterday or the other days?
Uh, no, because we have many
You have many
exams this 2 week.
uh these 2 weeks? What do you need to in coming 2 weeks?
In 2 weeks, last week and this week.
Oh, I see. Last 2 weeks. You
Oh
had
no,
exam
this week and next week.
next. Oh, okay. This upcoming, okay? Upcoming 2 weeks, okay? This week and this
Okay.
week and next week, all right? Upcoming weeks. We're going to have
Yes.
exams in the upcoming weeks. I see. All right. And are you reviewing for your
What?
exam? Are you reviewing?
Yes, I must study for the exam.
That's right. So you really must study for the exam, right? And do you
Yes.
think that exam will be difficult?
I think it just so.
It's just so. Not so easy, not so difficult, right? Maybe whenever you do
Right.
your review, of course, if you study, then of course it will come easy, right? If you study, right? It may
Right.
be, yeah, if you study well for the exam, because you are prepared, then it will be a little easy, right? Because you studied
Right.
for it. Okay, good. Okay, can you still remember what we have talked last time?
Uh, Wait, I remember that we have a listening test.
That's right. We have a listening test, right? And we finished actually 3 parts. So good job. You're quite fast actually in doing the test. Okay. And we're going to continue for today. All right.
Right.
Okay, so let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
All right. So we're going to listen to a man on the telephone. He wants to speak to Mrs. Dion, but she is not there. Listen and complete question 16 to 20. You will hear the conversation twice. All right.
Right.
So kindly take note. These are the information that you have to look for. So get a pen and paper first so that you will know what
Yeah.
to answer. Very good. That's good. Right. So let's start. Ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, good job.
Now look at part 4. You will hear a man speaking on the telephone. He wants to speak to Miss Dixon, but she's not there. Listen and complete questions 16 to 20. You will hear the conversation twice. Brown's Builders, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'd like to speak to Miss Dixon, please.
I'm afraid she's not in the office at the moment.
Can you give her a message for me?
Yes, certainly. Who's calling, please?
My name is Hyde.
How do you spell that, please?
That's Hyde.
Right, Mr. Hyde.
Could you tell her that the time of the meeting has changed?
Is that the meeting about the new houses?
No, about the new factory.
I see. And when is it?
It's on Wednesday at 11:30.
Does Miss Dixon know where the meeting is?
I think so. It's in our main office. Ask her to go to room 21.
Right, I'll tell her.
And could you ask her to bring the photographs with her?
Which photos do you mean?
She'll know which ones. They're very important.
Don't worry, I'll tell her. Thank you very much, Mr. Hyde.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Really going to listen for one more time, so please take
Now
note.
listen again. Brown's Builders, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'd like to speak to Miss Dixon, please.
I'm afraid she's not in the office at the moment.
Can you give her a message for me?
Yes, certainly. Who's calling, please?
My name is Hyde.
How do you spell that, please?
That's Hyde.
Right, Mr. Hyde.
Could you tell her that the time of the meeting has changed?
Is that the meeting about the new houses?
No, about the new factory.
I see. And when is it?
It's on Wednesday at 11:30.
Does Miss Dixon know where the meeting is?
I think so. It's in our main office. Ask her to go to room 21.
Right, I'll tell her.
And could you ask her to bring the photographs with her?
Which photos do you mean?
She'll know which ones. They're very important.
Don't worry, I'll tell her. Thank you very much, Mr. Hyde.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right, Ding, are you ready for your answers? Okay.
I'm ready, but when I just
This
close
is the
my
end
door.
of part 4.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
All right, so let's go back. Okay, of course, this is definitely a conversation in the telephone, right? And
Right.
okay, let me get your answers. What's your answer for number 16? Who is the one calling?
That is Mr.
That
Hyde.
is, again, that is.
That is Mr. Hyde.
Oh, and how do you spell his name?
H
H,
Y D
H, again, H.
H
Okay.
H Y D E.
Okay, good job. So that is Hyde.
Hyde.
Now look at part 4.
Okay, good. And Mr. Hyde is looking for
Miss Dixon.
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 Okay, so pronounce that Dixon. All right. And what is the meeting about?
The meeting is about a new factory.
Okay, about a new factory that they are doing. Okay, good. And the meeting will be on Wednesday at what time?
The meeting is on Wednesday at half past 11.
Okay, 11:30. Good job. And next. And where are going to meet? Where are they going to meet?
They are going to meet at room 21.
Okay, where is the room 21? Do you remember?
In the main office.
Okay, in the main office, room 21. Good job. And lastly, what is Mr. Hyde asking for Miss Dixon to bring?
She must bring a photograph.
Only one?
I don't know what's the photograph. She will know this.
Photographs or photograph?
Photograph.
Only one?
Just.
Let's try to listen that part.
With her.
Photographs.
Ask her to go to room 21.
Right, I'll tell her.
And could you ask her to bring the photographs with her?
Okay, with S. Bring the photographs, meaning not just one. So you don't say she must bring a photograph. So because it's not one, you should say you're supposed to say photographs because there are many. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, good job. So that's looking good. Do you have questions so far with this one?
No.
Okay. Who answered the phone then when Mr. Hyde called?
I don't remember, but that is the. I don't remember it.
Okay. But can you guess who is this one? The one that answered and taking notes?
That is the officer.
The officer or maybe a secretary? Could be a secretary,
Yeah,
right? Okay, good
right.
job. Let's move to the next part. Okay. Can you read this one? You will hear.
You will hear a man talking about
Okay,
a
slowly.
day.
Read it slowly.
You will hear a man talking about a day trip. Listen and complete questions 21 to 25. You will hear the
The
information
information.
twice.
The information.
The information twice.
Okay, good. Let's try to look on this one. Okay. So these are the informations that we need to get. And we're going to listen one more time. Okay, ready?
Okay, ready.
Good job.
Now look at part 5. You will hear a man talking about a day trip. Listen and complete questions 21 to 25. You will hear the information twice.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's some information about our trip to Loch Ness tomorrow. It's a long journey, about 3 hours each way, so we have to start early. That means we'll have breakfast at 7:30. Don't be late, please, as the bus has to leave at 8:30. When you finish breakfast, go to the car park. That's where we'll get on the bus. That's the big car park behind the hotel. Remember to bring your pink tickets for lunch. We'll have lunch at a restaurant near Loch Ness, and you must have your pink ticket or you won't get any lunch. If you haven't got a pink ticket yet, you can get one from the office. Oh, one more thing. I know it's summer, but it can get quite cold in the mountains, even in July. So bring a jacket with you. You'll need one in the evening. All right, I'll see you tomorrow morning.
We're going to listen for one more time.
Now listen again.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's some information about our trip to Loch Ness tomorrow. It's a long journey, about 3 hours each way, so we have to start early. That means we'll have breakfast at 7:30. Don't be late, please, as the bus has to leave at 8:30. When you finish breakfast, go to the car park. That's where we'll get on the bus. That's the big car park behind the hotel. Remember to bring your pink tickets for lunch. We'll have lunch at a restaurant near Loch Ness, and you must have your pink ticket or you won't get any lunch. If you haven't got a pink ticket yet, you can get one from the office. Oh, one more thing. I know it's summer, but it can get quite cold in the mountains, even in July. So bring a jacket with you. You'll need one in the evening. All right, I'll see you tomorrow morning.
All right, then. Are you finished with
Alright.
answers? Okay, so let's
Yes,
try.
I finished.
Okay, good job. Okay, now
This
let's
is
try.
the end of part 5.
Okay, thank you. The woman is
You
speaking.
now have 8.
Right, going back. So where are they going?
They are going to the Loch Ness.
Okay, they're going to Loch Ness. And where are they going to have breakfast? Or at what they're going to have breakfast?
They will have breakfast at 7:30.
Okay, at time
Now
7:30.
look at part
Good
5.
job. Or it's 7:30. And where are they going to meet?
They are going to meet at a car park.
And what is the specific details of the car park?
It is a big car park behind a hotel.
Okay, the big car park behind the hotel. Very good. Good job. And next, what is the color of the ticket for lunch?
It is pink.
Okay, color pink. And if they don't have the pink ticket, where they will get that?
They will get that from the office.
From the office. Okay, from the office.
From the office.
Okay, good. And what should they bring? They said, before we let you go, you have to remember that you have to bring this. And what is that thing?
They have to bring the jacket.
Okay, they have to bring the jacket. Why?
Because in the mountain it might be cold.
Okay. And what is the time? I mean, do you remember what is the month that they're going there?
I don't remember. That's September or
It said July. Okay, it was said as
July.
July. All right. So they will go there July, but you know, during July, right? In the month of July, it's actually summertime, right?
Yes.
You know, it's summertime, so it's quite fascinating that they have to bring jacket if it's summer because in the mountains, it's always cold. All right, good job. Okay, so the audio script here. Okay, I will read it first, Jung, and I will let you read this one after. Okay?
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's some information about our trip to Loch Ness tomorrow. It's a long journey, about 3 hours each way, so we have to start early. That means we'll have breakfast at 7:30. Don't be late, please, as the bus has to leave at 8:30. When you finish breakfast, go to the car park. That's where we'll get on the bus. That's the big car park behind the hotel. Remember to bring your pink tickets for lunch. We'll have lunch at a restaurant near Loch Ness, and you must have your pink ticket or you won't get any lunch. If you haven't got a pink ticket yet, you can get one from the office. Oh, one more thing. I know it's summer, but it can get quite cold in the mountains even in July. So bring a jacket with you. You'll need one in the evening. All right? I'll see you tomorrow morning. Right then? Can you read it slowly and clearly, please?
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, here's some information about our trip to Loch Ness tomorrow. It's a long journey.
A
About
journey.
Journey about 3 hours each way, so we have to start early. That means
That
we
means
we'll have breakfast at 7:30. Don't be late, please, as the bus has to leave at 8:30. When you finish breakfast, go to the car park. Is where that's where we'll get on the bus. That's a big car park.
That's
That's the big car park behind the hotel. Remember to bring your pink tickets for lunch. We will have lunch at a restaurant near Loch Ness, and you must have your pink ticket or you won't get any lunch. If you haven't got a pink ticket yet, you can get one from the office.
The office.
The office. Oh, one more thing. You know it is
I
summer.
know
I know it is summer,
it's
but
summer. You don't pronounce it is. Okay,
it's
it's.
summer.
Mhm.
It's summer, but it can get quite cold in the mountains even in July.
Mhm.
So bring a jacket with you. You will need one
You'll
in the
need one
you'll need one in the evening.
in the
All right.
evening.
In the evening. All
All
right.
right. Good.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
All right. Good job. So that's a little better, right? So give me a high five for reading it clearly. Okay. Good. 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 All right. Questions so far? I think, are you familiar with this myth, Loch Ness Monster? Are
Yes,
you?
I know.
Oh, you're familiar with the story about Loch Ness? Okay, then. So there's no thing to worry then. Okay, so we're finished with the listening. So let me get the material for speaking. Okay, just a minute, please.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, we're going now to listening. Speaking part one for Key English Test 2. Okay.
Okay.
And whenever this we have speaking, we always request for you to answer incomplete sentences, speak slowly, be careful with letter S, right? The letter S is very much important if it's there. And you also have to know the rising and falling intonation. So if it's a period, your intonation should go down. If it's a question, your intonation should go up. Okay, so just some of the reminders whenever speaking. All right, then.
All right.
Okay, good. So let me share my screen once again. Where's my mouse? A minute. Can you see my screen again?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. Okay, so we're going to do speaking tests. Of course, this one, you know this one already. Okay, let's try to go for part one. Question here. Do you like music?
Yes, I do.
Very short. Would you like to explain why? Okay, this is so I know that this is just one question, but this it's a speaking test. Always remember doing if it's a speaking test, try to give at least
Okay.
one or two answers or two
Because
sentences.
I
Okay,
think because I think there's another
question
question.
that with why,
Yes.
but just like that, yes, I like music, especially the rap song, especially Vietnamese songs by this singer.
Yes. I like pop music and electric music.
Okay, so you can say, yes, I like music, especially pop and electric. Okay,
Yes.
can you say that
Okay.
way? Can you say it again?
Yes, I like music,
Mm-hmm.
especially pop and electric music.
Okay, electric music. Okay, good. So then, so what sort of music do you like? You say pop and electric, right? And what's the distinct sound for pop and an electric sound?
What is the soft mean?
Type. Type. What type of music do you like? You actually already answered pop and electric, right?
Yes.
Yeah, my question now is maybe aside from pop and electric, do you have any other music types of music that you like?
I also like R&B.
R&B. Oh, I see. You also like R&B. Right. That's good. All right. Let's try to check out. Do you often listen to music in your free time?
Uh, yes, I do. I listening it in uh, but just on the weekend.
Okay, mostly on the weekend that you can listen to music. I see. And do you have your own phone? Do you have your own phone? Where do you listen to music?
Uh, I listening it
I
by
listen. I'm
I listen
listening.
it. I listen it. Do you know the Sony listening
Okay.
music machine?
Okay. So it's like a music player. So you use
Yes,
the Sony. I see. All right. But I only use my phone and I use Spotify.
yes.
Okay, good. And go to the next question. Where do you often listen to music?
I just listening at home because there is in at school and at the learning center
Mm-hmm.
we couldn't bring it.
Oh, you cannot bring your music players. I see. So
Yes,
usually on your house, I mean at your home that you can only music to listen to the music. Okay.
yes.
Okay. Disregard the question because CD is an old one. Um, do you often listen or maybe download or discover new music?
I download it to the USB of the player.
Okay, USB, sorry. Download it in USB
In the USB of
or the Sony music player.
the player.
Okay,
The player
and
have a USB also.
okay, so you can also store music there. You can also store music. I see. So that's where you put it. Next, talk about your favorite band or singer.
Uh, uh, my favorite singer is Jack.
Sorry?
Jack, he is a Vietnamese
Oh, Vietnamese.
singer
A Vietnamese singer. I see. So that is your favorite singer. His name is Jack. Why is he your favorite?
because he sings very good and
Okay, he
he
sings
is
well. He sings
he
well.
sings well and he is very he is very
He is very
he's very gentle also.
Very gentle, sweet. You mean
Yes.
sweet? Okay, while he's singing. Are
Yes.
his songs love song about love?
What?
Are his music about love? Is his music about love usually?
No, there's many topic of his.
Mhm. There are many topics. I see, I see.
Yes.
All right then. Or you can say there are many, not topic, but theme. Okay, theme. Or yeah, I'm looking for the other term here. Yeah, maybe topic or theme. You can say that one. Okay, that's what I said earlier. Remember to add more details to your answer to make it longer. So always try to make it longer. Even the questions are here already. So
Yes.
if you can see the second question and you answered in the first sentence, that's fine. You can just repeat and add more information. All right? There's no harm. Okay? Okay, of course,
Okay.
there are different music genres, but the one that you said is pop and electronic. But of course, this is oldies. You have the classical type, the punk. Are usually also rock type as well, rap and heavy metal.
Yes,
And of
I also like rap too. I forgot it.
oh, you also like rap. Okay, the one that they're going to speak so fast. Okay, do you listen to English rap songs? Do you
Uh,
listen to English rap songs?
I don't know many rapper, but I just know Big Shop or
Oh, really? Those kind of people, huh? All right. And maybe famous Eminem. Do you know Eminem?
just Eminem is rap so fast.
Yeah, he raps so fast, right? Yeah, that's very fast. Okay, good. Of course, you know reggae music.
No, I don't.
No, you're not so much familiar. Okay, of course, instrumental. Can you see my keyboard here? Can you see my
Uh,
keyboard?
is that a organ or what? The
Keyboard.
electric piano?
Like electric piano, but you call it keyboard. Excuse me first. Let me just open my door to. This is actually a keyboard. You call it keyboard. It's like piano, but it's keyboard. Okay, you call that keyboard. Do you play
Yes.
musical instrument?
No, I don't.
Oh, you're not. I see. But do you want to learn one in the future? Maybe
Uh,
guitar?
maybe, maybe.
Maybe guitar. That's guitar is
Maybe I will play.
drums. You like drums? So drums is also quite a
Uh,
cool instrument.
yes, but I don't know how can I learn it and what is. I don't want to learn it because that
It's too loud.
I don't have I don't have a talent or I don't have a
Talent? Oh, I see. Not everyone you don't really have the talent. You don't have a talent at first when learning instrument. You just have to be patient. One has to have
yes,
patience.
but I am quite lazy, so I don't
Mm,
want to study it.
all right. That's true. That's true. Of course, if you're not so passionate or what we call it, you're
Uh,
passionate or
interested in.
interested, yeah. If you're not that so much interested, so it will be difficult to learn, right? So
Right.
yeah, just a question, right? Okay, a jazz music. This is a different kind of music as well. Okay, maybe let's try to. Okay, let me just try to look into my to YouTube to check out different music genres. A minute, please. Okay, so just we can be familiar, right, on what they're called. Okay, these are music genres. So this one is, this is a, okay, let's try this one. There are usually, like, say, said 26 genres. So can you hear it?
Yes, I can hear it.
Okay, there will be like 26 different ways. Epic. This is the epic sound. You call it epic, epic genre. So it's like whenever like you watch, what do you say, a film? Do you watch films? They like a
Yes,
violin
I
there.
do.
Okay, so you call it epic. So when something important that will happen, you hear this kind of music. This one is. This is chanting. Do you know the word chant? Chant is person, people. They're going to. So that's chanting.
Yes. Like opera.
Yeah, just like opera. It's a little scary, right? If you're going to hear it.
Okay.
Okay, this is Renaissance. Can you read the part? Renaissance. Renaissance.
Renaissance.
Okay. Renaissance is a music during the late, almost like 16th century music. Okay.
Okay.
Classical. Do you like classical? You don't like?
No, because I think it is not fun and exciting.
Not
I
so
just
fun,
like,
exciting. Yeah, and boring. You can say boring. A
I
little.
don't like to. I am a funny, so I don't want to hear some
I mean.
bad and
Mm-hmm.
sad music.
I see. I see. We're just going to explore. Okay, so we're going to look one by one. Okay.
Okay.
Do you know what instrument is this?
It is violin.
Okay, violin. This is the one that I have. You don't call this
Yes.
electric piano because you call this one keyboard. Okay, because piano should be have like a big stand here. Just keyboard. Okay.
But I think the keyboard is
The one they use.
that's what they type the letter.
Yeah. Okay, I will show you the difference. Okay.
Okay.
Keyboards. So let's try to look for the images. So definitely you remember keyboards with this one. But if you say like this one, like piano, keyboards, you also call it keyboards, best keyboards and digital pianos. So this one is
Yes.
also called keyboard. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
Okay, good. The style, can you read the style? It's Baroque. Can you read it? Baroque.
Baroque.
Okay, good. So we continue now.
Yes.
Okay, this is still classical in different era. So the classical during the classical stage. So before it's classical during the Baroque period. This is classical during the classical period.
Yes.
This is quite loud. This is romantic period.
Yes.
Ragtime. So earlies, there will be ad commercial.
Good grammar and spelling are important, but if you want to write essays that inspire,
Okay, this one is blues. This is the one that you call blues. Okay, the father of R&B, right? R&B, you know R&B, right?
Yes, right.
Okay, R&B is like rock and blues. Okay, let's make it a little fast here. This is jazz, okay? Jazz.
Yes.
Okay, just make it a little fast. Then ballad. You know ballad?
No.
Okay, so this is the sound of ballad. Quite familiar
Yeah.
with the sound? Okay, you call this pop ballad. Then it's Motown. Motown.
Yes.
Can you read it?
Motown.
Okay. Now, this is what you call psychedelic rock. Can you read it? Psychedelic rock.
Psychedelic rock.
Okay, this is rock, but when we say psychedelic, it's more of out of experience. Okay.
Okay.
Performance. Okay, and next one, concert. This is the concert music. Okay, disco. And you're like dancing. Are you familiar with?
Dancing.
Yeah, you remember with disco?
Yes.
Okay.
I just remember disco like a music that we have a
The disco light, the lights, the disco ball. Yeah, that's right. So with dancing like, and most people they call it John Travolta, Elvis Presley, those kind of people for US.
Yes.
This is a classic rap. Okay. Do you know what this classic musical instrument that this one is? Wait a minute.
It's like.
Do you know this one?
It's like electric guitar.
No. This one. This one. This instrument.
I don't know.
You call this tambourine.
Yes.
Okay, you can just add to your vocabulary. Of course, the first one is electric guitar, and this one you call this tambourine.
Tambourine.
Yes. Get it. Okay. And these are the new sound. Do you know video game sound?
Yes.
So like that kind of music. Then we have new age. Then of course the rap that we are talking about. Metal, rock, this is rock music. This is rock music, definitely. Okay, and horror, dubstep, beach music.
Beach music.
So this is like reggae. Okay, that one is
Everyone.
reggae. Okay, enough of this. Okay, so those are the other type of music. Okay, and since we were not able to meet yesterday, that's why we're quiet a little time. Okay, so we're going to continue answering this one, Dung, for next Saturday. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So thank you very much for coming to class and have a great day to you, Dung. And be safe always.
Bye.
Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.